students in my channel. Previously in this channel I have started the classes of 10th and 12th chemistry, but today we are going to start the series of video for class 9th also. So this is the first video that is for class 9 chemistry, and today we are going to start the second chapter of NCERT class 9 chemistry. So good morning to all, and today we are going to start the new chapter, that is the second chapter of class 9 chemistry, that is the is matter around us is pure. So now what are the things we are going to discuss in this chapter? We are in this chapter, first of all, we will discuss the classification of matter. So in today's video, we will mainly discuss about the classification of matter. Clear? So in this part, from the chapter name, is matter around us pure? From this you got a term matter, which in first chapter already you have studied that what is matter. Any substance which having mass and occupies some space is known as matter. But in this video mainly we will talk about the classification of matter. So let's start the classification of matter. So matter can be classified into two types, pure and pure substance and mixture. So what is pure substance? All constituent particles are of same chemical nature, means the matter in which all the particles, because we know that each and every matter is made up of some particles. So if the matter is made up of same particles which are having same chemical nature, then this is called as the pure substance. Means that any substance which is made up of same kind of constituent particles. Constituent means smallest particles, when they aggregate they form this matter. So what happened when the same kind of particles are aggregating or where they are coming in together, then they are giving the pure substance. So in this case what happened, all the particles are having same chemical nature. All the particles are having same chemical nature. Clear? So when we will talk about mixture, so here one term will come, pure, and similarly impure substance. So the mixture can also be called as impure substance. Mixture can also be called as impure substance. So here there are two classification, pure substance and impure substance, which is also called as mixture. So what happened when the substance made up of more than one constituent particle, then it is called as mixture. Whenever the substance is made up of more than one kind of constituent particle, then it is called as mixture. Or we can say when the chemical nature of individual constituent particle is different, then it is called as the mixture. Means when a substance is made up of more than one kind of constituent particle, then this is called as mixture. So what is pure substance? All constituent particles are of same chemical nature, and the mixture, or it is called as the impure substance, are made up of more than one constituent particle. So now if we will see, the pure substance can be classified into further two types. One is element and another is compound. So we can say that pure substance can be classified into elements and compounds. Similarly, mixture is classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Mixture can be classified into homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. So now we will discuss one by one what is element, what is compound, what is homogeneous mixture, and what is heterogeneous mixture. So let's start. Element. First of all we will talk about the element. So element, substance that then cannot be, this will be that. Okay. Substance that cannot be broken into simpler constituent particles. substance that cannot be broken into simpler constituent particles. Cannot be broken. So this is the important point of the definition of element. So what is the element? The substance that cannot be broken into simpler constituent particle is known as element. So let's see what are the examples of element, means how, what are the examples we can see in case of elements. For example, sodium. So sodium can be denoted as Na. Sodium can be denoted as Na. So that's why we can say that sodium is the example of element. Sodium is the example of element. Similarly, we can take oxygen. So oxygen is also comes under element. So next example, magnesium. Next, calcium, nitrogen. So this all are called as elements which is made up of same kind of atom. So here the constituent particle is atom. Here the constituent particle, here I have mentioned all the constituent particle of same chemical nature. So here the constituent particle is atom. Here the constituent particle is called as atom. So element can be defined as substance that cannot be broken into simpler constituents. Those are called as elements. So examples are sodium, oxygen, magnesium, calcium, nitrogen. So it may be metal, it may be non-metal. So elements can be further subdivided into metals and non-metals, which we will discuss in later part of the video. So elements, constituent particle, the smallest particle is atom. So when the substance is made up of same kind of atom, then that is called as element. If the element is made up of same kind of atom, then that is called as element. So next term is the compound. So what do you mean by compound? The substance made by chemical combination of two or more elements. Means when two or more than two elements are combining in a fixed ratio by mass, then it gives the compound. So when the substance is made up by chemical combination of two or more than two elements in a fixed ratio by mass, then it is called as compound. So let's see the example. Examples are, for example, carbon dioxide, similarly water. So these are the examples of compound. So here you can see that carbon dioxide is made up of carbon and oxygen atom. Similarly, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So we can say that the compounds are made up of two or more than two different kinds of element in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, in case of carbon dioxide, we know the mass of carbon is 12 and the mass of oxygen is 16 into 2 32. So 4 3s are and 4 8s are. So here the ratio is 3:8, means the ratio by mass is here in a fixed ratio by mass, so the fixed ratio is 3:8. So when they will combine only in 3:8 ratio, then only they will give the carbon dioxide. When carbon and oxygen combine only in 3:8 ratio, then only it gives the carbon dioxide. Otherwise it do not give the carbon dioxide, or some of the amount will remains unused. Similarly, water, here the ratio is 1:8. So when hydrogen and oxygen combine in a 1:8 ratio, in that case it gives water. 1:8 ratio, then it gives water. Now if we will talk that carbon monoxide, so this is also the compound of carbon and oxygen, just like carbon dioxide, but here the ratio is 3:4. So we can say that whenever they are combining into 3:4 ratio, then they gives carbon monoxide. But when they combine in a 3:8 ratio, then it gives carbon dioxide. Therefore we can say that whenever the elements are combining in a fixed ratio by mass, then they are giving the compound. So what is compound? Compound is a combination of two or more than two elements in a fixed ratio. By mass, that is called as compound. So here I have shown you some of the what examples in which by which you can say that these are the compound. So here in the compound, the smallest constituent particle, the singlest unit of compound is known as molecule, just like in element it is atom, but in compound this is molecule. The smallest unit in case of compound is molecule. So we can say the constituent particle of compound is known as molecule. So the smallest unit is known as carbon dioxide molecule. This is water molecule. This is known as water molecule. So this is the difference between element and compound. This is the difference between element and compound. So next we will come to homogeneous mixture. Means the classification of mixture. That is homogeneous mixture. Okay, suppose you take a glass of water and in that you add some amount of sugar. Dissolve it properly. After some time you will see that the sugar will disappear. But the taste of the water now it is become sweeter, or it tastes sweet. Okay, so when you are dissolving the sugar in the water, what happened? It dissolves in the water completely. Now what you will observe? If you will take the sip of water from the top, the taste of the water is sweet, and same thing you will observe when you will taste it from the bottom. It means that the sugar is spreaded thoroughly to the water. It completely mixed with the water. So what happened in homogeneous mixture? Those mixture which have uniform composition throughout. Means what? Here the sugar is completely mixes with the water. It thoroughly mixes or uniformly mixes with the water. So uniformly mixes throughout the water. So that's why we can say this type of mixture is known as homogeneous mixture, where there is a uniform composition throughout the solution or throughout the mixture is known as homogeneous mixture. When the substance is uniformly mixing throughout the solution is known as homogeneous mixture. Clear? So if you will see the example, salt solution, sugar solution, etc. So here what we will see, that the composition throughout the bulk remains same. So if you will take the shape from the top of the surface and if you will take the taste from bottom of the surface, in all the case the taste is same. So that's why here is uniform mixing of the component in water. And that is comes under homogeneous mixture. So student, please take the screenshot of this part. Okay, next we will come to the next one. Next is the, after homogeneous mixture, next is the heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. So what is heterogeneous mixture? What do you mean by the heterogeneous mixture? From the word sorry, here homogeneous sorry, here the term is homogeneous and now the heterogeneous. Homo means same, hetero means different. So what is heterogeneous mixture? What do you mean by the heterogeneous mixture? Those mixture which do not have uniform composition throughout is known as what? Heterogeneous mixture. Is known as heterogeneous mixture. So what we can say? We can say that whenever there is the non-uniform composition, then this is called as the heterogeneous mixture. Then it is called as heterogeneous mixture. Means the solution in which what happened? In which the component do not mixes uniformly, that is called as heterogeneous mixture. For example, if you will take a beaker, and you will take some water in it, and then add some sand, in it. So when we are adding sand, what happens? After some time the sand will settle down. So at the surface there is no sand is there, but at the bottom the sand is settled down. So here we can say there is a non-uniform mixing. So this is called as heterogeneous mixture. So what is heterogeneous mixture? Those mixture which do not have uniform composition throughout the bulk is known as heterogeneous mixture. So let's see the examples. What are the examples are there? Example, sand solution. Okay, or we are eating some mixtures. So chanachur, or that is called as the mixture. So this comes under the what? This comes under the heterogeneous mixture. So you take the screenshot of this part. Okay, clear? So in this way we have classified the pure substance and impure substance. Pure substance can be classified into elements and compound, and mixtures can be classified into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Clear? Next we will see the classification of what? Elements. How the elements can be classified? Elements can be classified in three ways: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Clear? So elements can be classified into three types, that is metal, non-metals, and metalloids. So metals, we know that what are the metals are there? For example, iron, zinc, copper, sodium, magnesium, calcium. So this comes under the metals. What are non-metals? For example, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, okay, then fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So these are few examples of non-metals. Similarly, metalloids, silicon, germanium. So these are some of the examples of metalloids. Metalloids are actually the intermediate of metals and non-metals. Metalloids come in between metals and non-metals. They are neither metal nor completely non-metals. So these are some of the examples, and elements can be classified into metal, non-metal. How we can classify, how we can differentiate between compound and mixture? Compound versus mixture. What is the difference between compound versus mixture? Compound versus mixture means, here also we can say that compound is a combination of two or more than two substances. Mixture is also the combination of two or more than two substances. Then what is the difference between compound and mixture? Remember, compound is the combination of two or more than two elements in a fixed ratio by mass. ratio by mass, ratio by mass. But in case of mixture, it is not in a fixed ratio. It is not in a fixed ratio. Fixed ratio. It is not in a fixed ratio by mass. Fixed ratio by mass. So we can say that compound only forms when carbon and oxygen combine in a 3:8 ratio, then only it will give the carbon dioxide. But if it combine in 3:4 ratio, then it will give carbon monoxide. But it is not like that in case of mixture. Any composition or any ratio can leads to mixture. Can leads to mixture. For example, we can see that the atmosphere is a mixture of gases. Atmosphere is a mixture of gases. So mixture of gases. So even if the ratio will little bit changes, it do not affect the atmosphere. So we can say that when the substance are combining in a fixed ratio by mass, then it will give the compound. And if it is not mixed in a fixed ratio, then it will give the mixture. Okay. So this is all about the classification of matter. So in the next video, we will discuss the further classification of the mixtures, solutions, what are colloidal solutions, what are true solution, what are suspension. So this is all about today's video. Thank you and have a